Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys. Sound right, boys. It sound right, boy.
All right, mic check, mic check. Here we go, here we go. All righty. It is September 15th. It is about 8:15 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. And I am podcasting early in the morning because Reforged Gaming always comes on around 9 to 9:30. I do enjoy listening to his podcast. So just wanted to touch base with you here on everything that's happened over the last, 150 hours or so. So what we're going to be talking about here today is I'm still buying Ghost of Tsushima, or sorry, Ghost of YOTEI. Listen to me. Also, Sony's numbers show that they're going in the right direction. I mean, a lot of feelings got hurt when they released it, when they talked to their shareholders and potential investors yesterday. We'll go over that. We'll be reading that from William Aguilar's Twitter. So shout out to William Aguilar. Big time shout out. So let's go ahead and start. I'll go ahead and I want to say, and then have a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk. I've been following Charlie Kirk for a little over a year, about 15 months. And so what happened was absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. The man had a family. The man was literally just having conversations. The same thing that everybody does on YouTube is what he was doing. And this is what I've said before. If you don't like what somebody's saying or you don't like the way somebody's acting, you just don't listen to them. I've done that with multiple YouTubers. You know who they are. One is your favorite YouTuber. I don't listen to him anymore because I don't like what he represents. Am I going to go online and tear him down? The answer to that is no. I stopped listening to which I can't think. I stopped listening to JTech TV. Why? Because I got tired of listening to the fanboy bullshit. Now, am I going to get online and be ripping on him and something like that? No, I'm just not going to listen to him. And that's where that ends. That's where that ends for me. This guy was out there simply having conversations with people who agreed with him and disagreed with him, and he lost his life for it. So here he is practicing the freedom of speech, and he loses his life. And I thought it was awful. I mean, I'm glad they took it down off the internet. Yes, I am glad the people are getting fired for celebrating. I don't know when we've got to a point where the people want to celebrate somebody getting unalived. I've never thought we would reach this point where we would be celebrating somebody being unalive. So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to have a moment of silence for him and his family. I'm glad his organization is planning to move on. His wife is continuing on. I mean, it's awful. I can't imagine. The worst part of a funeral is the actual wake, where you do the viewing, then the family will do a repast, and then that's when they shut the casket. And when they shut the casket, that moment is going to be so bad. It's just, I can't imagine that. I still remember when my father was buried, and that was 12 years ago. That's the hardest part. And that, like I say, he had 2 small children. He was just speaking. It is okay to agree to disagree with people. You don't like what they're saying, like what they're about. You just don't deal with them anymore. You don't. And so, but I'm going to have a moment of silence here for him as a person. It's okay to disagree with what he was saying, but this is on a human level. And I'm just going to, and it's okay to disagree with people. I've been saying that for years. But you all, like generationally, you all don't know how to do that. You all were never taught. You're spoiled. You're spoiled. But I'm going to have a moment of silence here. I hope you join me in a moment of silence for him and his family. You don't want us to talk about him. Think about his children. His children, 2 small children, are going to grow up without a father. Now, how many kids do we have out here fucking shit up because they grew up without their fathers? But anyway, moment of silence for Charlie Kirk. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Thank you all for joining me in that. I certainly hope you said a prayer for his family, his children. Children had nothing to do with anything. They are barely able to speak and walk right now. So I don't want to hear. Now we'll go ahead and move to another YouTuber, MBG. I was going to start off by saying I was disappointed in MBG for letting one person at a developer company, Sucker Punch employee, resign. She was not fired. I don't know how else to say this. The Sucker Punch employee she resigned. Now it's semantics, and she was not fired. It was pretty much, hey, look, you're getting a lot of backlash on what you said. Maybe it's in your best interest for you to step down because we don't have to take the next step. So she stepped down. She steps down. She can still use Sucker Punch as a what's it called? She can still use Sucker Punch as a reference. And that's what she did. I do support, and I've said this earlier, I do support people being terminated for celebrating somebody getting unalived. I back it. 100% back it. Again, I want to make this clear. We have the freedom of speech in this country, and you have the freedom to disagree. It's okay that you disagree. But celebrating the demise of somebody, I can't go there with you. But with that said, I'm still buying 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗃 YOTEI because I can separate what one person at a company that has over, I don't know, 400 people. I don't know how many people working at Sucker Punch. One person at Sucker Punch said something stupid and vile, and now they're not there anymore. I personally believe, this is my personal belief, I'm not putting you all into this. I personally believe MBG already had reservations about buying the game because a lot of these people, they wanted Jen's story to continue, and I don't know how Jen's story continues. Like, I really don't know. After the way it ended, him disgracing his family's name according to his family, not me. I understood Jen did what he had to do to get the con up off the island, but in order for him to do that, he had to become a ninja or a shinobi, however you want to put it, okay? He didn't. All right, so if you want to think about how that looks, is that if you play Assassin's Creed Shadows, the female is a shinobi. She's a ninja. Ninja and shinobi are the same damn thing. The guy, Yasuke, is a shogun. He still speaks with honorably and things like that. She does not do that. She's about revenge. But I'm still buying it because I have the ability to separate what one person said, as vile as it was, from an entire group of people. What if you had the day off and that popped up? Why is that person being punished? Why are you punishing that person? Also with MBG, the day after Hulk Hogan passed away, rest in peace to Hulk Hogan. The day after that, MBG did a podcast with a Hulk Hogan t-shirt on. And if you don't know, Hulk Hogan said some of the most racist, vile things about his daughter's boyfriend. His daughter was dating a black guy, his daughter. And his daughter got into singing. She met a guy who he started producing some of her songs. They started dating. Hulk Hogan said some vile shit. I still said rest in peace to Hulk Hogan because I can separate the guy that was on the stage, this entertaining with the Hulkamania and all that stuff. The Hulk Hogan is the reason why. There's 3 reasons you're watching wrestling right now. 3. Number 1 is Hulk Hogan. Number 2 is Vince McMahon. Rest in peace to Hulk Hogan. The third guy they don't talk about is Andre the Giant. Rest in peace to Andre the Giant. WrestleMania 1, 52,000 people show up at the Detroit Silverdome. I think that's what it was called. That's when Hulk Hogan body slammed Andre the Giant and wrestling had arrived. So I separated Hulk Hogan, who said some vile racist things. Again, separating that from what he did. Rest in peace to Hulk Hogan. I can say that. MBG wore a Hulk Hogan t-shirt, separated Hulk Hogan from, he did the same thing, but with this, he didn't do it. I think that's bullshit. And I also thought it was bullshit because he went from saying he wasn't going to buy it. Then he actually changed the name. He edited the podcast to say, well, unless they make some changes. It's bullshit. And the guys, you all were giving him money left and right. He's standing on principle. What do you say now? Because now he's buying the game. Allegedly. And I don't care what he does with his own money. I'm just done with the hypocrisy. I'm done with the hypocrisy. So, Japan, the United States dropped 2 Fisher bombs on Japan. And people say that's horrible. Okay, guess what? You're right. But you know what else was horrible? Japan attacked Pearl Harbor first. See, people forget about that. If you go to Hawaii, I've been to Hawaii twice, you can go out to the Missouri Memorial, where a boat took a direct hit from 2 Japanese bombs and this blew all to hell. People forget about that. People say on October 7th, a couple years ago, they can't believe Israel is attacking Hamas in Palestine the way they are. What they seem to forget is on October 7th, Hamas flew gliders in, kidnapped people, gang raped women, killed their parents in front of their kids, kidnapped kids, burned babies alive in the crib, and they're getting upset when Israel responds the way they respond. That's the hypocrisy of it all. You don't get to start a fight and then get upset the way that fight goes. You're losing. At the end of the day, Hamas is losing. They've almost lost. Israel is invading Palestine. They have said publicly the Palestinians have forfeited their right to have a state. So they're destroying the state. They're going to destroy it. They're going to whatever. I think Trump's talking about building hotels or something like that. So it's over. But Israel didn't wake up on October 7th and invade Palestine. The Palestinians flew over and kidnapped non-combatants, raped them, killed them, took them back into Palestine, tortured them. And the leader of Hamas, Sinwar, let me tell you how Sinwar's last moments were. Sinwar was in Iran eating eating fish and lobster. A year and a half later, the man crawled up out of a hole in the ground. This is a true story. He was dressed like a woman. Makeup and everything. He crawled out of a hole like a rat, dressed like a woman, went into a building, and the Israelis found him, and they dropped 3 2,000-pound bombs on that building. His last act on this earth was throwing a stick at a drone. I want you to understand that. You go outside today and you throw a stick. That's his last act on this planet before they kill him. But again, Israel did not invade Palestine till after they were attacked. And Charlie Kirk, he said Israel has a right to defend itself. Everybody says that. If somebody comes up and hits you in the face and then you decide to take them off this planet, it's like, okay, that person was still around until he hit you in the face. All right. You go to the 𝗏𝗏 Randolph case in Florida. Those 4 guys that went into his house were all okay until they started fighting. And then he went into the house and got his AR-15 and he gunned down 2 of them or whatever it was. He killed 2 of them. And guess what? He was not guilty because, again, they started the fight. So to get back on track, I'm sick and tired of people's hypocrisy. So what did I do? Well, I unsubbed from MBG. I unsubbed. Now, if he buys the game, I hope he enjoys the game. I'm buying the game. I'm buying the game because I'm mature enough to separate what one person said from somebody else. Somebody else could have been taking a shit, and then she put that out there. What do they have to do with it? And for him to back off of it, if he's so principled, he would say, yeah, glad that they fired her, but I'm still not going to buy the game. He can't even do that. He can't. Where's the principle now? And is he going to give the money back that you all gave him? No. So I unsubbed. Because I'm not going to deal with hypocrisy. I'm just not. That's me. Now, I'm talking for myself. What you all do, I am not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to tell you what I'm doing. And what I'm doing is I'm standing away from the hypocrisy. Or did Charlie Kirk say things I didn't agree with? Absolutely. Did he have a right to say them? Yes. Did he want to take his case to the people? Yes. Is he exercising freedom of speech? Yes. Freedom of expression? Yes. However, that does come with some consequences. This is something Charles Barkley, the basketball player, found out. But did he have a right to be gunned down? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And now all hell's breaking loose. People are getting fired. They're talking about retaliation against the left. So again, that's why I'm saying I'm staking my claim right now. I'm about the games, and I'm about being straightforward with the audience, and I'm not dealing with hypocrisy. That's just me. So I'm still buying Ghost of YOTEI. And I was going to buy it as soon as I saw it. I'm like, oh, okay, well, like somebody said on Twitter, it was the dumbest thing I ever seen. They said it looks too much like Ghost. This guy said, I'm paraphrasing. Get this. This guy said, I love Ghost of Tsushima. This looks too much like it, and it looks boring. Now, everything he just said contradicts everything he said. He loved Ghost of Tsushima, but this game is made by the same company. He says it looks boring. It's the same damn game. There's going to be different mechanics. And we can see there's going to be different mechanics. We see that. But it's a bunch of little dick dudes who are mad that it's a female, which I love that it's a female, because to me, you got to go woke. I mean, Assassin's Creed Shadows, huge hit. They said it was woke. And that game is fun as hell. I mean, that game is fun, and they got a free DLC coming out tomorrow. I think it's free. Is that free? Is it Shadow of a Wall, whatever it is? I think it's free. I think. I could be wrong. So unless she's running around looking like Eve from not Parasite Eve from Stellar Blade, they gonna get upset because they can't get girlfriends. And like in talking to women is the easiest thing you can do. It's like natural. If you're having trouble, just go drop some 20s and they'll come running. They will come running. Trust me. Done it millions of times. So I'm still buying Ghost of YOTEI because I'm able to separate the hypocrisy, and which is I don't agree with what that girl said. I'm glad she resigned. Again, I want to make this clear. The sucker punch employee resigned. She was not fired. She resigned. Now they're going to fire her more than likely, but Sony doesn't care about that. Okay? If I work for the University of Memphis, and the University of Memphis comes to me and says, we want to co-opt your podcast and make it part of our podcast tree, now I am bound by a code of ethics. Because I have to abide by their code of ethics. I'm part of their team. But if I stay away from it, if I say, no, I don't want that, then I'm bound by my own code of conduct. So these people were saying things on their job, maybe not with their job accounts. And again, I think there's going to be lawsuits. People, I think, are going to sue. The problem is that they have a conservative Supreme Court. So if they sue, they'll just appeal it up to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court's going to strike it down. That's what's going to happen, right? That's what's going to happen. But I shouldn't have had to do this. I'm buying this game. As a matter of fact, you need the member up because I'm buying 2 copies and I'm going to give one away. This game comes out. Hold on. Alexa, when does Ghost of YOTEI come out? Okay, October 2nd. That is all right, I'm looking. Hold on. All right, that's a Thursday. Damn, that's like right around the corner. That's Thursday. That is 1, 2, 3 weeks from now. 3 weeks from Thursday. Now, I don't know. So if you want to be in the drawing, you need to become a member. All right? And you will get a free copy of it because I'm buying 2 copies, one for me and one for thee. If you want to be in the drawing, you must member up. That's all there is to it. It's time to start throwing some gifts around for Craigie Claus is going to start coming to town. I know when you've been sleeping. I know when you're awake because I'm busting cheeks. So again, that's just the way this works. So I'm still buying Ghost of YOTEI. I can separate the employee from something vile, they said, from an entire group of people. That is like saying that all quote unquote white people are racist. That is not true. The majority of white people are not racist. But should I judge every white person by what Hulk Hogan said? No. Hulk Hogan's own daughter didn't talk to him for like 4 or 5 years. That's enough punishment. Imagine having a child, raising that child, and that child don't want to talk to you for years. Again, why MBG couldn't do that? Was he grandstanding? I don't know. Again, I unsubbed. I wish him the best of luck. I ain't dealing with the hypocrisy. If that guy buys that game, it just shows you what a hypocrite he is. He said he was standing on principle. Well, then stand on principle, damn it, and don't buy the game. Don't say I'm not buying it. Take people's money and then say, yeah, you know what? I'm going to buy the game. Because if that's what he's doing, which is my understanding, then that is hypocrisy at its grandest scale. It don't get no more hypocrisy than that. Nothing. Now let's see what some of your comments here. Shout out to, we're also on Twitch. Make sure you go to my Twitch channel. Come on, I got to get 50 members on Twitch. Mike 405 says, good morning from OKC. Oh, man, it's like 7:30 in the morning. Didn't follow him, but rip. Yeah, I mean, it's just rest in peace. I mean, how hard is that to say? Capono in the house, he's just getting his coffee, still trying to wake up. Yeah, I understand that. People are, they are unalived every day. Where's their stream? I do not know. I don't know. Yep, rip to his family. Kids, where's a moment of silence? Well, again, there are moments of silence and there are memorials for that. I mean, that's not the point. This whole notion of, where's this, where's that? Y'all got to get out of that. Y'all have to get out of that. Been watching compilations of people. Yeah, I just saw that yesterday evening because I've been working. I worked 4 days in a row, 4/12. I'm off today and tomorrow. My back is killing me. It is really hurting. So, there are people losing their jobs left and right. That's why I'm just kind of like, look, I don't know why people don't have to say nothing. You don't have to say anything. So 2 weeks till Ghost. Yeah, it's 3 weeks actually. It's the 11th, 18th, 25th, and then the 2nd it hits. So El Nini, I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking. Chocolate Thunder's type. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said before, I look, I'm not going to rip on. He has absolute right to stand on what his principles. But if he's going to turn around, if he turns around and buys that IP after the grandstanding that he did the other day, that's bullshit. That is hypocrisy. Okay. Started watching it. It was WCW, Sting, and Ric Flair. Yeah, Sting and Ric Flair don't exist without Hulk Hogan. There's nothing. Yeah, I remember watching Sting and Ric Flair, the Nature Boy. I remember that. But it doesn't exist without Hulk Hogan, who again said some vile ass racist stuff. Let me make this clear. I said rest in peace because I can separate the man from what he said. I'm separating that. The same thing I did with this, okay, with Sucker Punch. I don't like what that employee said. However, I'm not going to let that interfere with something that I'm looking forward to. I'm not. And if I'm going to stand, I'm not. I'm buying it. I'm buying 2 copies. Make sure you member up. That's all I can say. Sucker Punch game, Sony. Yeah, it's Sony's IP. Sony's it's Sony's good grief, IP. Sony Studio. Did I hear about the plea deal? I did not hear that. I did not hear that. So there were other devs liking the post. That was the other issue. Again, they have a right to like what they like. I don't know why that's an issue. All right. You have a right to like what you like. However, it comes with consequences. Okay. It comes with consequences. So, and that's what's happening. What's that term the kids say? Fuck around and find out. That's what's happening. I mean, people got to understand they are looking at Charlie Kirk as a modern day Moses sort of figure. Again, you can laugh at it, but that's the way the right sees him. That's the way the right sees him. And then there's people that's kind of like, well, damn, he didn't deserve that. You know, so it's effed up what they're doing. So, what up, Lady Gamer? Don in the house. He is getting Ghost of YOTEI. Oh, you didn't listen to me? All right, well, there you go. There's a hypocrisy. There's your hypocrisy right there. I mean, I didn't listen to him yesterday. I didn't listen to him at all. I saw the news where Sony dropped what they're doing, and we're going to go over that because that busted a lot of people's cheeks, including people in the PlayStation community. All right, we're going to get on them too. We're going to get on them too. So, Rip Ricky Hadden UK, but I saw that. I just saw that when I got up there. That's happened. When I work 12-hour shifts, I do not come home. I'll come home and check my email, but I do not really watch things. I did see the news with Sony yesterday. Sony yesterday dropping that, talking to their investors, and now we know what they're doing. They're doing the same damn thing I told you they were doing. But again, we're going to go up in some people's buttholes today. That's all I can really say at this point. Battlefield 6 October. When is that? Does that come out on? Does Battlefield 6 come out on October 6th? I'm not buying it. So, but if somebody wants to go ahead and gift it to me, I will play it. But I don't plan on buying that game. So I do plan on buying the Call of Duty game because I like the characters. I like those characters. Granted, Dev shouldn't have posted that on Blue Sky app. Well, I mean, again, I don't have it. That's fine. Let me make this clear. It's fine that she used freedom of expression. However, it comes with consequences. That's all there is to it. It comes with consequences. So you got to be ready for the consequences. Okay? You have to be ready for that. It's okay to express yourself. Like NWA said, all you got to do is express yourself. You can, but something else can happen to you. You dig? That's the truth. They said, get it ready. I love it. Oh, let me tell you a story. Oh, my goodness. So a friend of mine, basically when there's surgeries that happen, there's a surgical electronic board that sits in the lobby that you can sit in. And generally it says prepping for surgery, headed to surgery, in surgery, closing surgery, surgery finished, in PACU or post anesthesia care unit, PACU. Somebody, and I don't know who did it, but somebody changed the whole thing to, and it said, I don't know who did it. Wink, nod. Somebody changed it to getting it ready. So it's up on the electronic board in the lobby. It literally says, instead of saying prepping for surgery, it says getting it ready. And one of the nurses saw it. It was like, why does that say getting ready? Like getting ready. I thought this would mean like getting ready for surgery. And then she went and said, oh, it should say getting ready for surgery. Oh, man, it was funny as hell. So, it was funny as hell. Won't say anything about past events because YouTube on my butt. Yeah. Yeah, you do have to watch what you say. You have to watch what you say. Simpsons or Family Guy, pretty much the same thing. Pretty much the same thing. You'll say he's a COINTELPRO agent. Oh, okay. Well, nothing surprises me. It still has nothing to do with what happened. I mean, people are getting off into the weeds with it. But yeah. Rest in peace to him. And I really hope that his family, and if you don't know, because I'm going to be watching it, J.D. Vance, the vice president, he's going to be hosting his show today on Rumble. Remember, I told you all you need to start getting your Rumble accounts ready. Those are free as well. It's just like YouTube. So I'm going to be watching that at 12 noon. Lincoln Clay in the house. Mass Effect. We're waiting on Lincoln Clay to stream Mass Effect. That's what we're waiting on. What's up, Eric? How you doing? How you doing? All right, but now getting back to it. So I am buying Ghost of YOTEI. I'm not a hypocrite. Why MBG was able to separate Hulk Hogan from saying his racist vile shit to not being able to do that with the Ghost of YOTEI. I don't know why. I don't know why. So next, let's see. I'm just looking at some of your comments here. Then we're going to talk about why I really am here. That's to talk about Sony's numbers, if you didn't know. And we're going to be reading from William Aguilar's Twitter. So let's see here. He said, I tell my wife to get it ready. See, I don't say that. I always say, hey, honey, I didn't say, honey, it's morphin time. Like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So it said last time she was like, you didn't even let me get my lingerie on. You just said it was morphin time. Woo! Well, I'm a Rumble. I mean, are you subbed to me on Rumble? What is your Rumble account? I'll sub to you after this podcast. What is your Rumble account? Put it in there and I'll go sub to it. So yeah, I only have like 10 people on Rumble, but I haven't used it in over 8 months. I have not used it in 8 months because again, the StreamYards could never, and it could be different now. StreamYards, I can never figure out how to put that stream key. I did it a handful of times, and then somebody put one up that said just use this one and save it, and I can't find that one anymore. So, but all right, then let's talk about why I'm really here because it's 8:45. Let me see if I can. Well, first thing I'm going to do is I want to do this. I am just going to drop the link. I haven't done this in a long time. I'm going to drop the link. And if anybody wants to come up, they're more than welcome to. There's the link. You can come up on Twitter or on Twitter. On StreamYard. It's free. And or you have it right there on Twitch or YouTube. So you're more than welcome to come on up. All right, then. So let me see if I can. Now I have to go and find. Not that one. Let me find this here. Damn it. I should already have this ready. I'm getting it ready right now. Oh, man. Here we go. I'm just putting in the name here. Shout out to William Aguilar. Let's see here. I'm just going to go to, where are we at? Is this? That's not it, is it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. This is a long post. Pause. Okay. So let me blow this up. Pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me see if I can come back over there. And I am going to Hit screen share. All right. You should be able to see what I have up on the screen. Yep, you can see it. Okay. Now let me see. I don't know if I can make that bigger or there we go. Hey, look at me. I'm relearning how to use this thing. In the September State of Play. Nothing. You follow me on Twitch. Cool. Yeah, make sure you all go over to Twitch. I need to build that. There's nothing to indicate there's going to be a State of Play. That's you all running with rumors. I implore you not to run with rumors. Okay, let's try not to run with rumors. I don't do it because if things change, nothing gets done. But again, I had the link out there. Somebody wants to jump up there. Let's see here. Where am I doing this again? Okay. All right. So you can see here, this is from William R. Aguilar. Let me make sure you sub to him on Twitter. Or if he's on Twitter or Twitch, wherever he's at, make sure you sub to him. I am going to make sure I give credit where credit is due here. There we go. So I want to make sure he gets credit. Yeah, so here we go. So this is coming directly from him, and Sony talked about this yesterday. So we're going to break this all down, and then we're going to bust some cheeks because people lied to you all once again about what Sony was doing. And all this just reiterates what Sony is doing. There's no question on what Sony is doing. That's why yesterday those PC idiots and the Xbox people didn't say shit yesterday. There was nothing to say. All right. So first thing, Sony company focus. Sony as a whole purpose is to fill the world with emotion through the power of creativity and technology. I have no idea what that means. Don't ask me. So create infinite realities. It's achieving 3 future goals via 3 key approaches. Connecting multi-layer worlds where physical and virtual realities overlap. I have no idea what that means. All right. Now, GNNS. This is Games and Services. SIE, that's Sony Interactive Entertainment, PlayStation Focus. Here is the focus of PlayStation. And again, I'm not the type of guy to say I told you so, but I told you so. It says PlayStation Focus to be the best place to play. PlayStation remains the best place to play with innovative products. That includes like VR and stuff like that. And premium services, that's PS Plus, that create a lifetime of value and engagement for players and creators globally. They're just talking about everybody playing around the world. Okay. Strategic investment that leverages our active users and high level of user engagement. It says platform business and studio business collaborate closely to ensure players are consistently delighted by PlayStation's diverse library of content. When you look at the games that Sony had the one game of the year, The Last of Us is nothing like God of War, nothing like Astro Bot. So there's your diversity. They have a platformer, they've got a survival game, then they have the God of War game, which I do believe has RPG elements on it. I've not played God of War Ragnarok. I played the first 20 minutes of it, then I stopped playing it. I need to get back into it, but I still have to play Stellar Blade. And Assassin's Creed and the college football. I got a whole lot. I got too much going on. Don't test me. It says here, PlayStation's world-class. Okay, maybe where was I? Okay. Collaborate closely to ensure players are consistently delighted by the PlayStation's diverse library of content and services and moved by PlayStation's world-class storytelling and their own limitless imagination. With this legacy of commitment, SIE, that's PlayStation, that's Sony Interactive Entertainment, remains focused on players and creators with investments in expansive content, that's DLC, and advanced hardware, that is like VR, upholding excellence in premium services, PlayStation Plus, and PlayStation's evocative stories. Those are the games we play, the stories. We love the stories and characters. I love Alo's story. You may love Ellie's story. I like Alo more than Ellie, but it's not like I dislike Ellie. I can't play Astrobot because I don't like that thing saying I am Astrobot. So Says here, expansion of our user base through highly narrative-driven single-player video games and live service video games. Okay, this is what you all were yelling about. Jim Ryan this and Jim Ryan that and Herman Holtz and Hiroki Totoki and that's what you all sounded like. Now they're telling their shareholders and potential investors what they're doing. Quote, PlayStation Studios' global network of creative teams has built world-class franchises, beloved characters to connect with, and delight players in games and other media on console and beyond. What's console and beyond? That is what? TV shows, movies. I mean, there's a TV show called The Last of Us. It's doing very well. The TV show Fallout, doing very well. Okay, let's just stop with the monkey business. SIE continues to define excellence in interactive storytelling and franchise building. Okay. PlayStation's IP remains best in class for single player games. And remember, all those people are, okay, they're literally telling you while diversifying into live services and growing beloved franchises beyond the console. Yeah, beyond the console, the TV screen, comic books, whatever you want to put it, short stories, novels. That is beyond the console, you dumbasses. Which is something I was saying. I've said that already. And they're like, no, that's not what they mean. The expanding to multi-device. Here's another thing. Multi-device ecosystem, but remaining console-centric. Multi-device ecosystem. That is their handheld. That is their VR. SIE's focus on customization and innovation in consoles and peripherals is VR, like I just said. Look, I'm reading this with you. I have not read this yet. All right, experiences with personalized and adaptive features. SIE plans to continue strengthening PlayStation by investing in captivating content, unique service offerings, and exceptional technological innovations. That's your new consoles that are coming, while leveraging, that means using its vast gaming expertise to deliver an unparalleled PlayStation console experience. Our strategic emphasis indicators include the number of PlayStation 5 hardware units. So there's their most important thing. We have to sell hardware that will lead us to the second thing, which is the MAU, monthly active users, and total gameplay hours. That's what they're doing. So for all you homosexuals or hobos, all you homosexuals out there who are running around saying they're going in the wrong direction, can you have 2 cups of shut the fuck up at this point? Just shut up. Now here's a more breakdown of it, and look at their monthly active users. It's going up. It's gone up in 2 years, 14%, which means they're going in the wrong direction. I'm sorry, they're going in the right direction. But we were told by people they were going in the wrong direction. We were not. I mean, I remember being told that, weren't you? I was told that. What the hell happened? I need to make it small. Pause. All right, there we go. Evaluating past investments. Here we go. In recent years, Sony has been making a major shift in its business direction toward entertainment while aggressively making strategic investments for further grown targeting content IP fields and contribute to IP value enhancement and creative technologies. This is what you need to really look at. That's TV shows and movies. That's TV shows and movies. Okay. Assessing possible future investments. Okay. We will continue to explore attractive investment opportunities in a disciplined manner while further promoting integration in existing businesses to realize return on past investment. Okay. You ever heard of a company called 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏? Didn't Sony make a investment into them, a strategic investment? Because they don't have to buy. Again, Sony wanted to buy enough and have some overhead where they could buy and make sure they control the publishing of the games, the publishing of the cartoon, the comic books. Okay, Now, here's some, and look, oh my goodness, look at that right there. I haven't read this, but look at what I'm doing. Group headquarters, strategic capital business alliance with 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗏. Why? I just talked about that, didn't I? Games and services, acquisition of group acquisition of game development studio 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗏. Okay. So what have they done? They literally have incorporated or integrated with SIE. Acquisitions of multiple major categories. That is, again, increased revenue from streaming services. Yeah. This is why I think they're going to try to get their hands on, you know, the podcast we did a few weeks ago. What did I say they were going to try to get their hands on? WB Games, in which people were giving me pushback. But that's okay, because you all don't, it's not your fault. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. All right. So Sony Pictures, acquisition of something called a Crunchyroll. ETNS, acquisition of Beyond Sports, acquisition of Kinatat. So for people to say Sony ain't doing nothing, look at all these acquisitions that they've done. Investments in imaging sensors, that's like night vision technologies. Like I said, you're retarded. This is from Sony's CEO, the new CEO. So this is he's addressing their investors. It says he will do his utmost to continue to increase Sony's value. Well, how do you increase value? You add. Okay? And you buy an apartment and it got nothing in it, or you have a house with nothing in it. When you add to it, you increase the value, dumbass. Right? Okay. Says here that he will continue to add to Sony's value, which was enhanced by his predecessors, which is fine. A new management structure is in place. Remember people like Colt Eastwood were saying, well, they're doing that because they're going to put games everywhere. Man, that's not what they're doing. Says here, CEO, they've appointed business CEOs who are the chief executive officers of our major businesses, and chief officers who are our CSO, CDO, CPO. CPO is the name of a rapper, and CFO. So as we look back on how we manage Sony with Kando and our purpose of our course, see how over the past few years we have made strategic investments, like I just showed you all. 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗏, anybody? Don't they own from? Doesn't Sony? They have publishing rights to all from software. Yeah, they do. Okay. So music categories and anime and focus are growing our various businesses and extending to reach our IP across our business segments. Yeah, they make TV shows and movies. Damn. So he goes into some more things here. Says here in May, yeah, I remember they did this. They talked about this at CES this past year. So now here's a message from the CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment. This is what you want me to get to, right? This is where the butter meets the biscuit. Okay? It says, while we cannot share further details at this stage, the future of the platform is top in mind. Oh my God. There you go. That's it. Done. We are committed to exploring a new and enhanced way for players to engage with our content and services. Now they actually put in referring to the upcoming PS6 console in a few years. Home game consoles will definitely be the core of our business. Okay? And we understand that no one will buy hardware without high quality exclusive content. Oh, there it is again. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh, everything is right there in front of you right now. Okay. So it's all thanks to that content. People often buy PlayStations not just because of the game console, but because of what games they want to play. So it's important that high quality content is available. All right. So everything you all were being told was a effing lie. Do we all agree that everything you were told was a lie? You were panicking for nothing. Says we are bringing our tentpole games to PC at least 1 year later. That means not day and day for these PC liars. I mean, they were just lying. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. They are not doing it. They're not doing it. Right there. It is right there. They're not doing it. Fuck out of here with the bullshit. Or better yet, I dropped the link. Bring your sorry lanky ass up here. Come up here and knock me down. Come on up here. I dare you. I dare you to come on up here. If you come up here, I will play Bloodborne. I will stream Bloodborne. And you all know I hate that game. So I will stream it. Stem to stem. I will stream it. So get on in here. Get in here. Don't make me come after you. Okay? Don't make me come after you. So they're waiting 1 year. Okay? That is like you walking into a bar with a girl telling everybody how pretty she is, and all the guys in the bar done fucked her 6 ways from Sunday. Like you are the bottom bitch. You will never be what's important. I don't care if you got a 5090, which is good for AI. Oh, which by the way, the PS6 leak, which may or may not be true, plus it had better ray tracing than the 5090. As I told you all, more powerful than the 5090. Told you all. Told you. It's going to happen. All right. Says we are currently committed to our strategy. So, oh my God, there it is again. This right here is the cheek busting comment of the millennium. You got to wait a whole year. They're committed to their strategy, and there isn't an urgent need to pivot. Oh, there it is. But see, that ain't what those PC guys told you. Can you imagine going to spend $2,000 on a 4090 and you're going to be playing Banana and Goat Simulator? Like, that's what you're doing. You ain't getting down on that Grand Theft Auto. You ain't playing that. You're not going to get down on that Soros. You ain't going to get down on that Ghost of YOTEI. You're not going to do it. You're going to have to wait and then talk about your backlog. Well, if you want to care about your backlog, why are you talking about games going day and date? Go play your damn backlog. Like I said, the PC community is so stupid, they will sell their car to go get gas money. That's how stupid they are. Says PCs are often difficult to set up, but with PlayStation, once you turn it on, you can experience the content you bought straight away. You damn right. PlayStation console is a technology stack that we develop from the bottom up, so we can provide a very good, excellent experience. Talking about the games they can develop bottom up. The value of buying a console will continue to remain, and our mission is to continue to polish that. Great day in the morning. My God in heaven. This right here, this will put everything to stone right there. Right there. Okay? Now, this is William Aguilar's own speculation if I'm looking at analysts and speculation. So I'm just going to go down to something that he said. Okay. Sony has made a lot of bids for investments and acquisition in the last several years. How do we know that? Because I showed that to you. And I expect that to continue. While I must preface that this is merely his own speculation. So from right here, this statement right here about them, that's true. This is true. Now, everything from here is his own speculation. Because I wouldn't be surprised if Sony puts in a bid in an attempt to acquire Warner Brothers after it splits. Yeah, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Great minds think alike. Shout out to William R. Aguilar. Great minds thinking alike. Remember, I talked about this a few weeks ago. I literally sat right down in front of you and said, oh, no, Sony's going to make a play for WB Games. They've already started contact with them. However, the new development is that Paramount is also looking to acquire WB. So we'll have to wait and see how that turns out. Says there will likely be multiple companies interested in acquiring WB due to its vast array of high-quality IP. But Sony in particular has stated multiple times over the years that they are constantly searching for new valuable IP. So this is a change. This is one of the changes. The Sony that I grew up with, PlayStation, they want to do things ground up. So Marathon, The Last of Us, are saying to them now is that you should just go ahead and buy the IP and then just have it under your banner. Not understanding that if they did that, they're going to have to publish that to everybody. You do understand that they buy WB games. They were to get their hands on it and they make another Batman game. That's going to come out for everybody. They're not going to say, well, Batman will only be on PlayStation. That's not going to work. That won't work. I mean, it's just, it won't work. You know, the same way when Microsoft bought Activision, they said, and people were saying, well, they're going to make all these games exclusive. No, they didn't do that. They didn't do that. They can't. All right. That if Sony were to make and win that potential bid, it would benefit both their movie and video game segments because WB not only owns a vast array of top tier IP, but it also owns several talented AAA video game studios. So, okay. Sony may not make such a risky bid, especially with so many other companies that are likely to be. Yeah, we already seen Paramount. I've said this. Paramount's looking. Amazon is looking. Netflix and Chill is looking. Other companies are looking. Apple is looking. So right now, it's question time. It's morphin' time. All right? It is morphin' time. So let's go back up here to your questions here. I was up here with Rumble. I see nobody's going to come up here and try to knock me down, you chicken shits. Okay. See here. Ghost reviews go live on the 25th. So if there's a SOP, it will be 24th, 25th. Yeah, I mean, again, that's major speculation. If it doesn't happen, the people that reported it are going to get their cheeks busted. Okay. Chris Colbert says, I got to hop off here to get his wife's car oil changed. God bless. Yeah, now that's Chris Colbert being a patriarch right there. He's protecting his wife. Getting that oil change is going to protect his wife. And then his wife's going to come home and change his oil. Oh, man, I'm on fire this morning. I am on fire. So, shout out to Monty White, Ready Player One. Terrible movie. Terrible movie. Sly Dogs in the House. I have no idea what those are, but cool beans. Pedro says Ghost will get review bomb because they won't judge game on its own merit. That I don't care about that. I do not care about that at all. Monty White says he don't care about the reviews. I played the first. I have no doubt in the YOTEI. Yeah, I don't need. Yeah, I mean, I'm buying it. I'm buying it. I'm good. I'm happy. I'm good. I'm happy. So, Twisted Metal. Yeah, it's a good TV show. Jenna is in the house. You got this wrong. Everything is political. Okay, don't buy YOTEI. Laugh out loud. Just kidding. We live. Yeah, I mean, again, it's crazy at this point. Yeah, I have not played enough VR because I have a bad neck, pause, and I can only put that. And it's lighter. I want to make that clear. Sony made it lighter, so I can wear it for only about a half hour. Like when I played Gran Turismo that one day, my neck started to hurt, and I was only playing for like 40 minutes, and my neck started to hurt. So you got Crunchyroll, boycott Activision. You got Crunchyroll to watch Digimon. Yeah, I mean, it's a popular thing. Does Crunchyroll have Star Blazers on it or Robotech? I can't remember. Somebody double check that. If it's got Star Blazers and Robotech, hell, I may go ahead and sign up. Monty White says Sony just not loud and bragging like Xbox. Sony, PlayStation don't always be open about their plans. People want roadmaps. Yeah, I agree. They want roadmaps so they have something to talk about on their dog shit podcast. They don't move like that because they know stuff changes. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Dub sub. Man, make sure y'all sub to my my Rumble and my Twitch. You look after this podcast. Look for what? GTA 6. Get it ready. Yeah, you get your $100 ready. Get it ready. Okay, it's have $100 ready to go. So we got Activision again in the house. Portal would be the GOAT, if it supported native modern games. Oh, well, that's not what they built it for. They are going to do another handheld, it sounds like. It will do that for you guys. So that's, let me make it clear, the success of the Portal is what led to them doing the handheld. They saw the Portal sold extremely well. Extremely well. Sony Wolverine game hack leak. It was a early beta. Oh, been your wedding anniversary this Wednesday. It would have been. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay to celebrate that though, Don. You have a dentist appointment. That's no fun. Yeah, not enough time to bust. So let's see here. You're playing backlog. Only new game you bought was RoboCop Unfinished Business. Yeah. You're at Netflix, Amazon, Paramount, Sony, Apple. They're all interested in that catalog. They're all interested in it. So again, I agree with him that it would make sense for Sony to try to get it. Doesn't mean that they will. And again, Paramount's already put a bid in. So, and they want the whole slate. So that's anything. So anyone but Netflix. Yeah. Yeah, go have a Craig Weiser today. My back is hurting, so I may need to have something. So, Crunchyroll has hits. Go check for Star. Yeah, if it has Star Blazers, and if you're not watching those, watch those. With Star Blazers, that's my childhood cartoon. And Robotech, I think I was like 11 when I started watching that. So, yeah. Now you're talking. Now I like that. The Long Walk movie, I heard is pretty good. You'll get the Portal soon. Yeah, I mean, I'm not buying it. The PS5 Pro is my last console. I got 2 of them. I'm going to buy 2 Ghostly YOTEIs. I do plan on getting a new OLED. I don't know if it's going to be a TV, OLED TV, or if I'll get an OLED monitor. So I'm hoping that that 48-inch C3 or C4 comes down to, a reasonable price. So, but yes, definitely condolences to you, Don. That's terrible. But it's okay to celebrate. Thundercats, I never watched it. So I never watched Thundercats. People trying to cancel Ghost. No, I mean, Ghost of YOTEI is still like the number 2 or number 3 top game ordered on PlayStation Store. I believe it is. But somebody can double check that. I'm not canceling it. I don't think there's people canceling it. I think there's people who are saying that they were going to cancel it because they're already mad that there's not a guy in it. But I like the character that I'm seeing. I haven't watched a ton of gameplay because I'm just going to buy the game. But what I've seen, I've enjoyed what the character is about. I like the way she's going about business. I like that. So I didn't know people were trying to cancel Hogwarts. I didn't know that. So that game sold like 8 million, didn't it? It sold a ridiculous amount of money. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Yeah, that was definitely that movie got a lot of stuff going. That Jessica Rabbit, my goodness gracious. So, but guys, that's all I had for you, man. I just wanted to touch base with you. I'll be streaming later today. I'll be doing either Top Bum or I'll be playing a college football game. And I may buy a new game today. I may go out there and buy Madden. Madden right now is $42 at Amazon. I may walk into Best Buy and say, do you all match Amazon's prices? They'll say, yeah. I'm going to be like, all right, well, this game is $42 on Amazon. Get it ready. Squad Cats and A-Team. Yeah, A-Team was real popular. That was early 80s, though, right there. You've been skipping all Ghost advertising because you don't want no spoilers. Yeah, I mean, I'm buying the game. I am buying the game. So, yeah. So I made my mind up. I'm definitely buying the game. So I'm happy with that. Matter of fact, I'm buying 2 of them, and make sure you member up because I am going to go ahead and give a copy away. season 2. Hold on. We have 2 seasons of Star Blazers and 5 of Robotech. Well, there's 3 seasons of Star Blazers, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to I'm gonna go ahead and hey, can you send me a link to Crunchyroll? I'm gonna watch Star Blazers. Fuck y'all. Oh man, I'm getting it ready, man. I mean, being right all the time. That's why I you all follow me because I'm right all the time. So the X-Files. I like the first X-Files movie, but I didn't care for the second one. I think the second's called I Want to Believe. I like that first one. I think it was called Fight the Future. I love that. I love that. I like the Nishino guy. Yeah, he told everybody off. I mean, he told the people who have been telling you all that you all were, they were going to go day and date on PC, that they were putting all their games elsewhere. They would have said that in that right there. They have to. They have to. Because they have to disclose to their shareholders and potential shareholders what they're doing. And they said they're not changing course. They're not changing course. They already making people wait a year on PC at least. That's minimum. So when that Ghost of YOTEI come out next month, you PC idiots out there with your 4090s and your 4080s and your Ryzen CPUs, you all going to be sitting up there digging in your nose because you're not going to be playing. So, yeah, that's devastating. PC can wait a year, no need to pivot. Consoles, yeah, good to hear. Again, I told you guys this, but hopefully you all seen it in writing will calm you down. So, Ghost of Tsushima, yeah, it was. It is. The PS5 version it looks real good. I try to tell people, get the PS5 version, just like get the PS5 version of The Last of Us Part 1 and 2. I mean, you talk about it looks real good. Like, I can't believe what I'm looking at. So Sony, in closing, Sony is going to stay console-centric. They're going to keep making exclusives. We already know, they are going to put their always online games on PC and on Xbox. That's going to happen. That is going to happen. And they've been doing that already. You'll set it on Twitter, same name on Twitter. Yeah, you should be able to find it. Silent Hill F. Yeah, I can't play that game. Silent Hill F looks good. So between Ghost and that, you'll be busy. Yeah, I can't do that Silent Hill. I mean, those kids they coming at those kids with knives. I can't do it. Can't do it. Wouldn't be prudent. 1,000 points of light. Yeah, I hope they can get Tron right. They've been trying to get Tron right since 1980 when Tron came out. They have not been able to get that right. So hopefully your generation can get it right. My generation effed it up. The millennials effed it up, but hell, they F up everything. So, all right then, guys, that's all I have for you. I do appreciate you. And again, shout out to William Aguilar for, for putting that up there. Shout out to him. And let's just be honest, Sony's numbers show they're going in the right direction. That's all there is to it. They're going in the right direction. It is what it is. Also, rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. Certainly hope his family, this is pray for his family. The vice president will be on Rumble hosting his show in 3 hours. Well, 2.5 hours. 2 hours. Hold on. 2.5 hours. Yeah. So get ready for that. I'm going to try to stretch because my back is effing killing me. So you all take it easy. You all stay blessed. I will talk to you all. Hold on. We got some new comments here. Playing Ghost of Tsushima right now, 34 hours. Just gonna be that. Wow. Yeah, bless everybody. You all have a good rest of your day. You all stay safe. Hopefully your families do well. And when I'm live streaming today, come over and leave a like. You all take it easy now. Deuces.